Hi, I'm Jamie from Luceco Group. Today we're in Kegworth, on site with Highland Electrical. He's been working on the local village hall on a lighting project. So let's check out, see what he's been up to. Let's go. How you doing, Luke?
How are you, Jamie? Afternoon.
I'm good. How are you?
You grand? Yeah,
Good. Your van is looking really nice. Nice
Yeah.
signage.
Yeah, washed yesterday.
Look at that, lovely and clean.
Yeah, don't look at it too much.
So what have we been up to here then?
So we were contacted a couple of months ago to see what we could do with their lighting, just to reduce the energy and reduce the bills. So we got yourselves in and did like a survey.
Yeah.
To see if it was viable for them. And it was great. I think it was about 40% in
Yeah.
savings. So they went ahead with the EPC, which then released the grant work. And then that's what we're here the last couple of weeks doing.
Yeah, that's great. Obviously with village hall being used on the daily, every hour, saving 40% of your energy bill is massive,
Yeah.
especially for a community hall. Been using our new LED lighting Batten as well, which we can speak about later on in the video, which is great. Great for you winning this project. Great for us as a business as well, winning the project. So we'll go take a look. But before we do, there's a little competition. Can we guess how many light fittings Luke has used on this installation? So don't forget to count as you watch the video. Let's go. So we're in the main reception now of the village hall. I can see there's a few of our 6x600 panels above me. So Luke, what have we done here?
So we kind of went with what was there. We got ceiling grids. So the old fittings were these horrible Cat 2 louver ones. So this was the natural replacement for it. There's emergencies dotted around in the right places. And they give a really nice bright feel to the place.
Yeah,
when you
it's
walk
nice.
in.
Nice and cosy, not too overpowering, so you're
Yeah.
not blinded when you walk through the door. No, looks really nice. Looks really smart. So where are we going to next?
Go over to the community centre, see a few of the
Yeah.
new LUXPACs.
Let's go. Oh yeah, so you've used quite a lot of them in this room, I can see.
Yeah, we went to straight replacements for what was there. So yeah, we've got sort of 24 of your new fittings, a few emergencies dotted around on each row. They're individually switched as well, so with how bright it is in here on a nice day, they probably don't even need to use every row. So they've got that flexibility to sort of turn off what they do need and what they don't need.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
great. And also with this new Luxpack Batten as well, you can change the wattage output, so you
Yeah.
can dim them if needed. And then, of course, you can go around and change in all the different colour settings as well on there. So it comes with 3 different colour settings. As you said, you've placed, 3 emergencies on each row?
3 emergencies each row. And yeah, like you said, you can change the wattage down from 40 to 20 if it's too bright for the room.
Looks great. The Luxpack Batten looks great as well. So
Yeah.
nice installation.
Yeah, nice and easy to sort of put up. You've got various different options for your cable entry. It's plug and play, so you can change things. Like we've got an emergency pack, quite a few in the room. So they just click in, plug and play,
Yeah.
nice and easy. And there's other options you can have if you want microwave sensors and things. So it's pretty versatile. And obviously with the colour changes, you don't really have to stock too many different ones. You can just stock that one, knowing that it's going to cover everything.
Yeah, so great for you now. You've got versatility in one batten for any scenario, hopefully, that you need in different footages.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
This is the main community room. Where we're going to next?
Take a walk through the centre.
Yeah.
You'll see some lights on the way, the toilets, nice new lights in there, and then just take a walk down to the hall.
Cool. Let's go.
So we've got the same sort of fittings in there. We've got the 600 by 600s in all the toilets. The the creche down the bottom, we've not done them yet. We're going to do them tonight when the little kids have gone home. So there's sort of 10, 15 in there to do. And then we'll just take a walk down to the hall and show you the main hall.
You lead the way. Oh wow, so a nice big room in here. Obviously we've gone from using a batten in the community room to using a, was it 1200 by 600?
1200 by 600, yeah. You're making use of what was there. They were great really because they've got plug and play. So for the emergency packs, we struggled to get to the top height of the ceiling because where that was where the clicks was. So with this, we could just wire up the flex and then just plug the fitting in rather than having the controller dangling and trying to get it in that way. So it was really good to fit, to be fair.
Yeah. So nice plug and play feature in the panel. I believe that's the 600 by 600 panel is the plug and play option as well.
And the 1200
and the 1200 too. So great easy installation then for you and your guys then on site.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. And the light output, it's nice feeling here. It's not too bright. There's lots of natural light in this room as well. So yeah, nice.
Yeah, they've already said they like it. Yeah. So that's a win.
Okay, great. That's good feedback for you. Right, where are we going to now?
We'll have a little look at some of the offshoot rooms. Same toiletry there. Same thing, 600, 600s.
Yeah.
But then there's like kitchens and meeting rooms. We'll have a little look at that and see about looking at the couple.
Cool.
So that's the kitchen. They're having the decorators in afterwards. But we went for the non-corrosive in here. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how come you went for non-corrosive in here instead of the Luxpack Batten?
Yeah, it was what was there and the preference of the customer.
Okay. Yeah, so just a retrofit item there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's carry on, shall we?
In the meeting room. A few more of those new battens.
Yeah, so 4 in here. Obviously, it's quite dark in here at the moment. So all these lights, are they on the same circuit or they split?
No, there used to be a wall here. We're hopefully going to be changing it so that they're all on together. But for the moment, that side of the room works on one switch and that works on the other side.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's good though, isn't it? Because if they have just got one table set up in one half, they don't need to use 4 battens on just to get light in here. They can go switch one side of the room on to the other. So it's very versatile. And again, it's all about energy saving, being more sustainable and saving money at the end of the day as well, isn't it really?
Indeed. Yeah.
So let's just quickly pop that batten on and let's just have a look at the difference with the light output if we just turn 2 of them on. Oh yeah, so you can see straight away the difference there between the light output.
I think they're on like 4,800 lumens. Yeah. They're on the max.
On the max one.
So they can turn it down, obviously, in half.
No. Yeah. There's lots of natural light coming through to this room and the difference they make just turning the lights on as well. So they're definitely going to benefit from having a new light fitting in here, which obviously giving more lumens out and using less wattage as well. So it's about saving that money and getting the maximum light output you can. Yeah, it looks great. Turn these back off.
Go through to the paint store.
Yeah. Lead the way.
So in here, there was just normal battens, but we've changed them for the non-corrosives because of the sort of function of the room. Being a paint store, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's a bit more industrial in here than a meeting room. So having a higher IK impact rate in batten makes more sense then. So if they're moving ladders around, they've got some tools in here and giving them a bash. You don't want them breaking on you as well. But don't think I can look up to the ceiling that much really. It's nice and bright in here, isn't it? So yeah, it is. But yeah, nice.
But yeah, that's the 4 fittings that we've got around the centre. There's other little rooms off there that we've put sort of like other fittings. We've got another in the office. We've got the Sierras.
Oh right.
If you wanted to have a look at that, or down the bottom.
Yeah.
Down the bottom.
Let's have a look at the bulkheads.
Yeah.
Shall
Yeah. Let's perhaps not look at the bulkheads now.
Yeah. We can't get into that room, so we won't be looking at the server bulkhead at the moment. But hopefully, if we do the access, we'll come back to that one.
A few moments later.
Right, I believe now we have access to the office. Luke, have we got the code?
Let's go.
We're in. Yeah, it's a nice bright office in here. So we've used the Sierra bulkhead. What's the Kelvin output of this one we chose?
4K.
4K.
So natural.
Yeah, natural, nice and bright as well.
Slim profile, so it's not going to get in the way of doors. Some ceilings are a bit lower. Yeah, that can be an issue, but these are pretty good.
Yeah, easy to install.
Yeah, very easy. Decent sort of cable entry options.
Yeah.
Twist lid.
Yeah.
Very easy, really.
Yeah. Are you able to twist one of those off and show us how easy they are to twist on and off?
There you go.
There we go.
Just like that.
Nice and easy. Back on.
Lovely.
That's great. Right. Let's go then. Where are we going now?
Outside.
Outside.
That's pretty much the centre.
So that's a quick walk around the site now. Lots of lights have gone in. How many fittings in total was it? And that's all gone through the grant scheme that they've applied for.
Yeah. Applied for the grant on the basis of the EPC. So they just have to check that it would be viable to make the savings, and then they get approved the grant for the internal lights.
Okay, so that's great. So we understand that the centre's run all by volunteers as well.
Yeah.
So any money saving they can make, if it's power or getting a grant scheme, means a lot to this village hall.
Indeed, yeah.
So Luke has gone up the ladders. He's got the base on the ceiling. He's just going to run through how easy the Luxpack Batten is to install, including the emergency pack.
Right, so the batten's on the ceiling. It's all pre-wired. We're going to pop in the emergency pack and just show how easy that is. We've connected the battery up, and then there's two little noggins on the back which sort of line up and correspond with the base. That's it, no tool needed. Just click it in, and then we've got little cable tidies we can put to loose these wires, and then it's just simple colour codes, white to white, black to black, and then the power one. That brings it into emergency mode, and that's pretty much it. Click it in with the new nice easy release feature, and it pops up, and then we connect the power up to it.
So we have a pre-wired sample here of the Luxpack Batten, and we're just going to run over the features and benefits on this product. So the first feature we have on here are the quick release buttons on the side. So Luke, do you want to just pop yours on your side? And I'll do the same on mine.
Dead easy.
And then if you just remove the LED. So as you can see, toolless entry then into the batten by removing the LED. So how did you find that, Luke, when you was installing?
Yeah, it helps when you're not up in the air with trying to get a screwdriver and do the ends.
Yeah.
It's effortless, really.
Yeah. And what did you say to me before off camera about you
breaking it on purpose?
Yeah.
The little springs, took them out just to see if they'd go back together or if it was difficult, and it went back together. So
yeah,
apprentice proof.
So that's a great tip there. No, that's great feedback from us as well, really, when you said that you broke one. And I was thinking,
on purpose.
On purpose, yeah. And I was thinking in my head, you broke one, oh no, but on purpose, and you managed to fix it. Another massive feature on this one here is the new plug and play emergency. Obviously, you've used quite a few on this installation, so I did that go for you.
Really good. Again, toolless, so you've got like the guiders here. Yeah. It just clicks into the two bits at the back, and then everything is, like you said, plug and play by colours, and you've got the little cable tidies that come with it, sticky back, so you can then obviously lose them. So when you put the lid back on, you're not going to trap anything.
Yeah.
So they're out of the way.
So you know where to indicate and place your emergency, because we've actually printed on the inside of the batten saying fixing position for the Luceco emergency pack. So actually where you place the emergency pack is actually printed on the inside of the base for you as well. So hopefully, following the instructions, it's an easy guide to where you actually place the emergency pack.
Yeah.
So we plug and play. We have a plug and play microwave sensor for this as well. So again, this is on the inside of the LED. And what we've done here again is actually printed where the microwave sensor actually goes for you as well. So hopefully apprentice proof again, would you say, on that one there?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, if they can read.
Yeah. So again, without no instruction manual, and you have one of these to actually plug and play, hopefully you would assume that we could just go ahead and plug and play where needed.
Yeah, like you said, it's written on it, so it's pretty straightforward where it's going to go. It's not going to get in the way of anything with the cable entries because it's been thought about.
Yeah. When we were actually looking at the design of this product, we actually gave this to another contractor where he gave that to his apprentice with no instruction manuals. And he just said, can you wire this up and see how we got on? Obviously, he did it straight away. And the easiest thing that he did with no instruction manuals was just followed all the cables.
Yeah.
Because what we have is that we have colour cables that connect, and the connector block for all the colour cables only connect into each other. So you cannot cross-wire the emergency with the LED. It's just yellow to yellow, white to white, and black to black.
Yeah, you're not going to cross over the power cable with any of the low voltage stuff and blow things up. So that's, again, apprentice proof.
Yeah, which is great. So was that easy for you guys to install on this job, having it all colour-coded?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's self-explanatory, really.
Another great feature now we've done with this product is it comes in lots of different footages, 4, 5 and 6 foot option. What we have here on the driver is that we have a power change button, so you can change the wattage output. But then also we made this 3 colour changing. So again, we have warm white, and then we have cool white as well. So depending on where you're going to be placing this, which room set, if it's a small office, if it's a large room where we are today, or in a toilet space or reception, obviously just by a click of the button, you can actually change the different Kelvin output as well there, which I believe it's a great feature and benefit to this product.
Yeah, it's great really, because obviously you've got the 3 options for their preference. On a retrofit, you don't have to have multiple colours in your van. You can just have the one fitting, knowing that when you get to site you can match the colour up with the ones that are there, because not many people will change the whole room just if one light goes out.
Yeah, no, which is great. And then also it's almost like future proof as well, as in the room setting we are here today, if they ever divide this room off or they change the usage of it or they redecorate, obviously a flick of a switch, we can obviously change the mood by the Kelvin output then.
And then also if it's too bright, or you can flick it down and it reduces the lux as well.
Yeah, which is another great feature. So I think for a wholesaler selling this product, and for yourself when you're speccing this product out, you can literally buy one Batten, and then with the wattage change, the 3 colour change, plug and play emergency pack, and also the microwave sensor, you've literally got one Batten fits all for you now.
Yeah, it takes the sort of problem away of, that's a bit, I didn't like that colour. It doesn't matter, you can just change it at the flick of switch. It's easy, you don't have to think about which colour you're going to have.
Yeah.
You can just rock up with one fitting.
Yeah, no, which is great. Obviously make your life easier.
Yeah.
The options easier then for the end user too. So if you had to pick out one best benefit or feature of this product, what would it be for you?
Other than the colour changing, because I think that's quite good. Well, quite a few really. The easy the emergency pack.
Yeah,
that was pretty good, and I quite like the cable entries. There's 5 pre-manufactured ones, and you've not put any of your sort of equipment in the way of them. Often you find that you can have your 600 by 600s for your conduit mounting.
Yeah,
but it may come in the middle, and some manufacturers put their gear in the middle, so you've got to rewire the fitting before.
Yeah.
So it's just been thought out, really.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Okay, that's great. So, yeah, it's a great product. You've given some great feedback on the product as well, and hopefully you can see today that the product was great in situ too. So that's a wrap for today. Luke, thanks for showing us around.
You're welcome.
Great to see the Luceco lighting actually installed. Please follow Luke on Instagram at Highland_Electrical. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the Luceco Group channel, And then don't forget to hit up on the comments. We asked you previously in the video how many light fittings you could count in today. So please pop your answers in the comments. See you next time.